before we can start any building of credit, we have to have the business credit identity. And that's what we'll discuss right now. The only material changes to your business identity from your personal credit identity is that of your address and your phone number. You still want the exact spelling of your name, so every document you fill out, remember how we said government relationships and government regulations? Every time you fill out the Department of Corporations, you put in as the registered agent or the member of the LLC your full legal personal identity, personal credit identity name. Now, but there are some subtle differences, and very distinct differences when it comes to your phone number and your address. First of all, a storefront or an office space that's a legitimate part of your business is by far the best. And if you have that, you want to use it. The next, and again, all of these things are going to be in the table to fill out of what kind of the checklist to making sure that your business credit identity is established in its entirety. Well, the next thing you want to do is, if you don't have a storefront or you don't have an office space, and an office space you can also sublease an office space from someone else. You can go to what's called an executive suite, and for a monthly fee, you have somebody answer a phone. You have somebody corporate meeting space, like a conference room that you can use, and you can either have a desk, a cubicle, all the way up to an executive office for rent, depending on what your needs are. And part of the reason why these are important is because as credit has tightened, so has the lending opportunity. The lenders are sending out for site checks, and site checks need to have a legitimate location for this place of business, because they don't want to be handing out $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 or more in credit lines to something that's out of a commercial mailbox. Okay, so it's important to have a commercial address. Or to have an executive suite that can be verified. Somebody can walk up and say, yes, is Mr. Chandler in? So I'm sorry, he's not. May I take a message for him and get it to him? So, so those are material and important features of your business identity address. Now, phone numbers are also important, but one of the actual underwriting criteria is whether or not, if they dial 411, directory assistance, even from their cell phone, do they get your business number? So you want to have a separate business number first and foremost, but most importantly, it needs to be registered with all the directory assistants. Now, another feature of your business credit identity is your title. Now, we want the title to be able to reflect both that you can own a business or be employed by the business. Usually president, any of the officers, president or vice president, or executive director, those types of principal, can be placed on your corporate application, and as well as be reflected on your credit report to show that you can either be an owner or you can be an employee. Now, it is somewhat disconcerting for underwriters when they have an executive who is applying for a loan as a business owner, and they look at their employment history on the credit report and it says construction. Now, that's not a problem if it shows owner of the construction company. But if it says day laborer, or if it says, framer, because remember, they pull the information we put when it says job, occupation, and title, they pull that and put it on the credit report. So we want to dispute anything that doesn't support your ownership of your own construction company in this case, or your own finance company, or anything else that you're doing. We want to make sure that you have a title that's reflected on your credit report that they're also going to find on your application itself.